Alrighty, getting into our next game now. It's going to be on Ultra Team Strong. It's going to be a diamond versus diamond here. Spawning in the top left corner. 4 guns and roaches. His team is up 2-1 in green. This is our Protoss player, Zackor. And in the bottom left in blue, going to try to even up the series here for CT6. It's our Terran player, NorthQuab. Oh, the friendly banter within game. So fun, so fun, so fun. And Smithy, I don't recommend that. That will end poorly for you. And I'm pretty sure you're like 18, so you shouldn't be drinking. It's illegal. Unless you're Canadian, I guess. Isn't it legal at 18 there? I don't even know. I'm not Canadian, so I wouldn't know. Jaren Snare, I have no idea what's going on in this chat, but that's okay. PVT. I want to say we saw PVT earlier, but I don't pay attention to what I do, so no problem. But Zackor has a lot of options available to him. Protoss always do. Actually, just watched a game Medical is playing in some tournament he's doing currently. I'm not sure if he's actually still doing that or not. He may be. Where the Protoss player like proxied oracles, but he never actually attacked with them until he got 3. He did a little push at the ramp with some actual gateway units, and then suddenly there were 3 oracles in Metalcore's natural mineral line, destroying everything. There was a turret there, but oracles destroy buildings pretty quickly when they're in a really heavy number. Protoss player just kind of kept pushing with a bunch of oracles. Metalcore eventually had enough Widow Mines to deal with it, though. That is a possibility for this game. Zackor going for the double gas here on 15. To wait and see what he decides to do with those gases exactly. NorthQuab going for a gas as well very early, so he's going to be able to get out a Reaper and scout out what is going on. I think he's actually probably going to be going for Widow Mines instead, given how this was a little bit later of a gas. So he could be going directly into a factory for Widow Mines, or this could just be a somewhat later Reaper. Early gas is not a huge deal in TVP, and this is a really big map, so NorthQuab didn't want to overreact on his gas count early on for no point, so he's going to just get the 1 Reaper, pulled most of his SCVs out of the gas there, and go scout out and see what he can do. So this game may end up taking a little while, I would take a guess. Only 2 in each of the gases here for Zackor, so this could just be a nice, safe expansion build. Get a few units out, your Mothership Core out very early as well to deal with anything that comes your way. For Stalker, Gateway Research on the way. Enough gas here in just a second for that Mothership Core, and there it comes. So either a pylon or maybe just a quick expansion coming up for Zackor. If he waits on the pylon and actually goes for an expansion, I love that. I love that play there by Zackor, sending down his probe out of the vision of the SCV, so he's not going to get engineering bay blocked. And now there's a Stalker out as well, so the Stalker's going to be able to deal with the SCV, and the SCV's not going to be able to see the fact that there is this natural base. However, the Reaper is here. The Reaper will be able to go down and see that eventually, but he may get chased out by the Mothership Core and the Stalker before being able to do that. That's indeed the case, so still, Zackor, or NorthQuab playing a little bit blind right now. All he saw were those 2 pylons. Actually, only saw the 1 pylon even. So that's even more frightening than just seeing the 2. Not seeing a 3rd pylon is always scary. A bunch more barracks are actually coming in here, as well as an engineering. Okay, only 2 more barracks are coming in. Engineering bay as well. The bunker coming down at the ramp. Imagine we'll see some turrets come up just because he's playing as blind as he is. Maybe expecting or hoping for a Stargate proxied somewhere, given that he never actually confirmed the existence of this natural base. Supply depot got cancelled there. I suppose he didn't want to do that because the CC was finishing up. He wanted to use the minerals elsewhere, and indeed he's going to be building a missile turret. So successfully done here by Zackor, just completely throwing off his opponent. And he has a natural down. He's got a rebel facility on the way, which is the exact opposite tech that NorthQuab is preparing for right now. There's a Twilight Council on the way, so this could still be some sort of interesting play. But now the Reaper is in. He does see the Twilight Council. Actually, if he doesn't go down again and confirm that Nexus exists, he still has no idea. He may actually think this is a 1 base all in now and over-prepare for that. So Zackor playing really well, fending off these scouts every single time. And right now this looks like 1 base to NorthQuab. He doesn't see anything else. He saw the Twilight Council being put down, it wasn't researching. It wasn't already like finished and researching something, so it's not extremely early or anything. So he may not, he should at least not expect necessarily some sort of like blink all in. He's not preparing for that eventuality anyway. Nope, no bunkers coming down. He's taking another gas here in his main base as well, and this is actually going to be charge coming from Zackor. So charge lots, a lot of charge lots with some Archon support perhaps could do a whole lot of damage here, or even just going for storm rather than anything else. No widow mines on the way. There is a factory coming down, but that most likely will just be for those medevacs. Widow mines will deal pretty well with a bunch of zealots, and there we go. Now we have some extra barracks or extra bunkers coming in from NorthQuab. He sees, he scans, he sees that it is researching, but he has no idea that this is actually going to be charge. He did see 2 zealots, so that maybe could tip him off that this isn't actually going to be blink. Why the heck would you be making zealots if you don't actually need zealots, if you're going to be blinking into your opponent's main base the entire time? So still, NorthQuab, no idea what the heck is going on in his opponent's natural. He doesn't see anything there. Double Forge coming in here for Zackor even as well, so he's playing quite to his advantage right now. He is very low on the army supply, but he doesn't need it because his opponent is stuck in his main base being kind of afraid right now. Starport is on the way, factory making this reactor for that starport. And +1 has finished up just now for NorthQuab as well, so at the very least his upgrades are going to be decent, but he's not going to have an answer for Storm. That's probably going to be inevitable relatively quickly here. No third base on the way here for NorthQuab. He could try and pull some SCVs to deal with this. Another scan goes down. He does see the Templar Archives. It is just barely on the vision range here, so he definitely has clicked on that and seen it, but he doesn't see the double forge. So he doesn't know that his opponent is going for these double upgrades. And still, I don't think he's actually seen... He still hasn't seen the natural nexus existence. Drops could be a possibility and an annoyance for a while for Zackor, given just how low he is on army units right now. So he's going to have to defend against that somehow. And he's actually pretty low on workers as well, given how much tech he has thrown out this early on in the game. 44 workers to 41, just barely in favor of Quab right now. A couple more pylons coming down, some stalkers getting in place for those drops if they were to come across the field. Nice observer placement, sees the army moving out. Now he's going to walk into the main base, I imagine. No, he's going to look around. He's just keeping himself in a nice position to be able to see if this third base comes in, and also if he wants to go in and actually see if there's anything being made in the third base. But first medevacs are on the field. They're going to be moving across the map as fast as they possibly can to deal with this. A couple of Templar have been warped in already. Storm is not quite complete. By the time this army gets over here, they should have Storm finished, especially if he decides to throw one Chrono in, he'll have it finished. He's going to have +1/+1 as well for his army. He's got a good amount of zealots. He's even got a sentry for a force field, so he's going to be able to split up this army in half, which would be very nice. And again, just wonderful placement of these observers, be able to see everything that's coming his way. NorthQuab is going to be able to drop, which he is going to do exactly right now. At least from one place he's going to go drop with one medevac. He's not dropping at the other one. He just wants to split up his army right now. Continue with force fields and these stalkers here as well. There is one High Templar down here. Doesn't have enough energy for his Storm, but will be able to feed back. Actually, there's 2 High Templar. This one's going to have Storm here in just a second. Natural ramp is getting attacked now. Mothership Core does throw down the overcharge. There's nothing actually at the ramp to defend. There are 3 Templar here. They do have Storm. The Storms could be deadly. He's not actually going to be able to Storm right now. NorthQuab preparing pretty well for this, but he does get Storm pretty hard there. Another Storm goes down and actually forces all the army in one location. If that gets Stormed, that'd be deadly, but there are no Storms left. There's no Storms left. More and more Zealots being warped in right now against this Terran army. They do have 1/1 as well as Stim, and while this medevac has no energy now, there is one medevac with some energy. One Archon being morphed in, trying to save this other Templar for another Storm eventually, but that goes down pretty quickly. Another overcharge goes down, but now there's basically nothing here for our Protoss player. He needs to find a way to actually make some units because he's got absolutely no army right now. 7, 11, 15 army supply. He's just warped in a bunch of Zealots, but now NorthQuab is inside the base, and all these Zealots are going to do anything against all of these Marauders. That is a ton of Marauders. They're able to kite for days against that. NorthQuab even sitting outside of the overcharge range, making sure he can stay nice and safe from that. NorthQuab, no AoE potential right now at all. He's going to try to have to be able to warp in some High Templar somewhere. That's just not going to be the case. He even gets 1 gas kill, which is a huge deal. He's got a ton of money right now, just no ability to actually produce, only on these 5 gateways. This is extremely rough here for Zackor now. Despite his early game prowess, he is falling apart right now to what is basically amounting to a 2-base timing here by NorthQuab. He takes out 1-1. He actually kills the main Nexus as well. Probes getting pulled off the line. Try to deal with this. They need to go into Mineral Lock. I imagine someone's there. We go. Mineral Lock comes down, but Stem Bio and Probes don't really mix too well. Some Stalkers finally being morphed in, but now there's still a bunch of Bio left over. All of these medevacs, Stalkers with actual pretty low upgrades right now. There we go. Zackor going to call it the GG. Well played right there. NorthQuab evens the series up for CT6. It is 2-2 now.